Hello Gemini, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming. If you're new, hope you enjoyed the reading. Let's have a look for you what's coming up. Just general news. Mercury is retrograde at the moment, and it will be until the 22nd of June. There's a slight shadow period after that as well, where it will be in operation still. So it's a very slow moving energy, so it tends to still have a bit of a drag as it starts to move forward again. So the usual story, if you are affected by it, then make sure that you back up all your electronics and your technology. And be careful with everything you say, all your words, contracts, documents, and so on. Not the best time to be making purchases or making big actions. But if you have to, then triple check everything, because assumptions can come in, mistakes can be made, things can be overlooked, you know. And also people and situations may pop back into your life from the past. Normally it's to deliver a message or valuable information or insight. Sometimes it's closure. We also have a new moon solar eclipse that will be happening in Gemini. So both Mercury and Sun are in Gemini currently. So Mercury will stay retrograde the entire time, and the new moon solar eclipse will be on the 10th of June, also in Gemini at 19 degrees. So they will cross paths as well. There will be an interaction with that around about the 13th of June, but the new moon solar eclipse will be the 10th of June. And that will be a fresh start, a clean slate of some sort. It will be quite a powerful one, I feel, because Mercury retrograde is nearby. But there's also going to be a Saturn and Uranus square, which will happen on the 13th of June. So a lot of action, a lot of issues around communication, technology, and deconditioning, but also rules, discipline, structure, and so on. But just Uranus is always expect the unexpected. It's always about change, and Taurus will always be about your values and, you know, what you own, and income and so on. Also land and real estate, things like that. Uranus is sitting in Taurus at the moment. It's a very fixed, earthy sign. Doesn't like change. So with Uranus in there, it's quite an upheaval for the Taurian energy. And the Saturn is sitting in Aquarius, so this is all about shaping the future, ideals, social things. So it's structure and discipline coming in there, but it can also be a little bit too much. So we'll have to just see how that plays out. But certainly the new moon solar eclipse on the 10th of June, you know, it's about, as I said, about a fresh start. Solar eclipse is always about self-mastery of some sort. So I expect a change of direction, either in relationships or in professions, you know, where you work and so on, or what you do. And then also possibly relocation for some people as well. So that's just a small overview of what's actually happening. The rest I will see now what comes out for you. So for the, let's just start here with the third house. So the third house is everything to do with your communication. So all forms of communication, written, verbal, online communication, even body language comes into this. It also covers contracts and documents, and also family situations. So this could be connections to like aunts, uncles, cousins, general relatives come in, siblings, and also even neighbors may come in. So something may be coming up to do with that, but it's probably contract and document related. As I said, with Mercury retrograde, please make sure that you're you're pristine about your communications. Choose your words with care. Be very careful what you say and what you write, and what also obviously what any kind of contracts and documents that you're going over. While the Mercury retrograde is in action, certainly that will be the case, because it's an introspective period. It's a time for you to go inward, to actually pick up certain things, and also to notice aspects that perhaps need refinement or changing. So So any kind of refinement is necessary, but it's an introspective period. It's anything with a re in front of it. So go over things again, go over your plan again. Mercury retrograde is not a good time to be purchasing or making big actions, but if you have to double check everything, as I said. So third house, all of those aspects coming in. It can also be about a short trip or a journey by car. This may come in, maps may come in, planning of some sort may come in for you. Now, with the South Node, there is something that needs to be let go of here. So South Node is always about releasing things from the past, things that have perhaps not been dealt with or haven't been sorted out correctly. And so it's about releasing those things. These are old things that have been in place or have not been dealt with from way back. It can be any kind of situation. It can be relationship-based. It can be family-based. It can be contract and documents. You may be releasing something, perhaps a place where you've lived and you may be moving on. It could be related to that. But it's certainly it can be a little bit difficult with this South Node energy, because this has normally been in your life for some time. In some cases, it can be past life. So this is something that's been in your life for some time, or it's something from the past or from earlier on in your life, and it needs to be released in order for you to move forward. So this can be like dealing with, in some cases, it can be your karma, what you have built up previously or during this life, and now actually dealing with it face on, resolutions and so on, closing things off, getting closure in some way, or just dealing with things so that they are finished and completed. You need to let go of a whole lot of things. In some cases, this can be emotional baggage. It can also be things that you need to say, things that you need to release, and to move on, but it's moving into the future. That's really where you want to go. But the past is saying that some big door is going to come closed at this time. So, do what you need to do, deal with what you need to deal with, and be clear about it. Because as I said, with this new moon solar eclipse, this is a fresh start, a new beginning, and you need to let go of the baggage. You need to let go of a whole lot of things that perhaps have been troublesome for you. And it all involves your communication. We have got white Taurus sensitivity. You are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. So certainly when you start going through this release period, when you start dropping the baggage and so on, it can be a little bit emotionally draining. So this will automatically make you sensitive. But it's just saying that in general, your sensitivity is going to be very high. So be careful, as I said, with your words and what you're expressing and what you're, putting down in writing and so on. Choose everything. Be very careful. Be very clear about what you're saying and doing. But it's just saying that you need to clear certain things and release yourself from certain things. In some cases, it can also be to kind of move away from situations which have not been working for you, anything that's triggering you. So this can, as I said, come from harsh relationships, environments that are not suiting you anymore because you've outgrowing them, situations and chemicals. So clear out your home, have a thorough look over everything, and get rid of things that are toxic for you. So sensitivity, this is all of us on the ascension path as well. It's about, you will become more and more sensitive, and just certain things just will not work for you anymore. And so they have to be released. They have to be let go of, or you need to move away. In some cases, it's a kind of a retreat. Certainly with Mercury retrograde, that can be the case. It's an introspective period. But it's anything with a re in front of it. So reinvention, relocation, repeat, revise, redo, anything with a re in front. And so it's about going over things again to come up with a much, much better plan. So if you are planning to release something or do something, go over it, make sure it's all clear. Choose your words with care, as I said, but just be aware that you are going to be in a sensitive frame. And this is necessary in order for you to release a whole lot of things that need to go now. We have got here 12th house. So this is the house of the unconscious. So everything that's in there that is kind of driving your behavior, or it's about programming, or sort of complexities, any sort of behaviors that are in there that need to be released or need to be looked at. It's your engine that is going on behind the scenes. And it can also be, as I said, about a retreat and in some way, shape or form as well. And this can be just a retreat to sort things out for yourself, but it can also be a physical break. Maybe you're taking a short journey away just to have a break. It could be a yoga retreat. Anything like that can come in. It's also very much about your spiritual life, spirituality, and all things spiritual related, meditation, mysticism. But it also is very much about healing. Now, you have also got Pisces here, so I expect that's going to come in to do with relationship or to do with children as well. And with this energy, great healing is possible, and certainly with Jupiter moving through Pisces at this time, there's great opportunity for healing there, because the Jupiter energy is breakthrough. It's luck, it's expansion of some sort, and so that all of these things can be highlighted. It can also expand or highlight aspects that need to be worked on in order to bring about the healing or to bring about peace, internal peace and so on. But reflection, looking at things, and certainly you're going to need to do that with the South Node card. So it can also in some cases be about releasing things, as I said. So this can be releasing things which have been troublesome for you, and these can be any kind of addiction or any kind of escapism, just not actually facing certain things that can also come in. But it also is about resolutions and endings, and that will come up with the South Node, as I said. So everything in the unconscious that needs to be sorted out will come out as well. Now you've got here part of fortune coming in. So this is a nice card to be coming in. This is a nice energy. In some cases, it can be very helpful, because it's like lady luck or good fortune is smiling on you. And so it can bring you, and I do feel that this is why it's going to activate possibly healing or some kind of resolution. It's going to bring you into a position of more power. And in some cases, this can be effort that you've been putting into something, and you're now going to see an increase of fortune or an increase of happiness or just an increase of lightness of being. The part of fortune can stir all those things up in you. And it really is, it's quite a rewarding energy. You can have, as I said, good fortune, or just be in a position of receiving things which are like blessings. And it can also be perhaps notoriety in some cases as well. So any of those energies can come in. In some cases, it can stir up things that in the 12th house that need to be released as well. It can cause an increase of those things. So take it as it resonates, but generally it's a very positive card. It can also be about the stirring of things within you which are related to your spiritual abilities or meditation abilities. So it could be like a hidden talent or a skill that you have, something that you haven't focused on in your life. It's something that's inherent, and this can be like your pot of gold. It's something that you need to focus on to bring into your life, to activate other aspects of your life, to light it up. And in some cases, it can be a profession change. In other words, you can find that you may be able to channel now, or you may be hearing, you may be clairaudient, or you may be clairsentient, or you may be getting a lot of dream downloads, or just guidance, very strong inner guidance. Whatever works for you. There's the 12th house is about all of those things as well. So spirituality, spiritual life, meditation, mysticism, and so on. And so any one of those things could be activated at this time, but any kind of skill or talent that you have in that relation as well could be activated at this time. Okay, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed that. Please take care. Have a wonderful month. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.